K-Book Trends, Volume 85. Topic Section. The Reality and Prospects of K-Mystery Literature. Written by Song. The global popularity of Korean content has spread beyond popular music, dramas, and movies to include literature. However, Korean mystery literature is a relatively minor and lesser-known area. Yet, with the increasing attention and translations of Korean crime and mystery novels abroad, there have been comments that Korean mystery literature could be the next Scandi Noir. In fact, Korean mysteries have been gaining prominence on the international stage, with Ko-Eun, the Disaster Tourist, winning the Dagger Award for translation by the Crime Writers Association in the UK in 2021. This article aims to shed light on the current state and potential of Korean mystery literature in a global context. I will look at the characteristics of works that incorporate Korean sentiment and social background, as well as notable authors. Characteristics of Korean mystery literature. Crime and psychology that have become a mirror of society. Korean mystery novels are characterized by their use of crime as a means to deliver deep human drama and social critique, set against the backdrop of the unique sentiments and realities of Korean society. They tend to delve into the inner nature of human beings and community issues more than just identifying the culprit or entertaining twists. For example, The Good Son by Dong delves into the psychology of a son who murders his mother, eerily depicting the dark side of family relationships in Korean society. The novel has also received comments that it has struck a chord with international audiences by unraveling the complexities of the mother-son relationship in a thriller format from an insider's perspective in Korean society. With the Los Angeles Times reviewing, The Good Son is a story about the complex relationships between mothers, sons, and brothers that will resonate with American audiences as well. The Plotters by Kim Eun-soo is a hardbound novel about a political assassination group set against the backdrop of social change in Korea after the military dictatorship and democratization. The novel satirizes the gritty reality of authority by depicting the irony of how the end of the decades-long dictatorship in Korea led to a boom in the assassination business. It recreates a darker aspect of Korea's modern history through a crime narrative. Additionally, various mystery novels, such as The Only Child by So Mi-ae, a seasoned mystery writer with 30 years of experience, have been noted for their attempts to explore the Korean family system and society through the thriller genre by depicting hidden secrets and violence within the family. These attempts expand the traditional field of mystery and shed light on Korean family culture and gender issues in the subgenre of domestic thriller. However, despite the attention a few authors and works have garnered abroad, it would not be an exaggeration to say that the mystery genre is still relatively unexplored in Korea. The early Korean mystery novels originated as adaptations of foreign mysteries during the Japanese occupation of the country, but they were regarded as cheap entertainment and were often overlooked by the literary scene. The genre experienced a brief heyday in the 1970s and 1980s, with authors such as Kim Song-jong, but entered a period of stagnation after the 1990s due to the influx of translated foreign mysteries and the public's prejudice against genre literature. In particular, while the mainstream of Korean genre literature has been shifting to martial arts and fantasy novels, and even SF since the 2010s, the popularity of the mystery has not yet returned. Unlike how SF in Korea has been able to reach out to the public more easily through its relatively timely themes and sentimental narratives, mysteries have been considered serious and heavy, and have been deemed unappealing to mass audiences who increasingly prefer to read lighter stories. Nonetheless, Korean mystery literature has been committed to examining crime from a social and structural perspective, rather than as an element of entertainment. It has been developing its strengths in deep insights into human psychology and themes of social criticism. Although somewhat differentiated from classic, authentic mysteries, Korean mystery literature is gradually developing into a genre that combines both literary and popular appeal. On the other hand, with many writers of pure literature adopting mystery techniques or producing works that cross genre boundaries, Korean mystery literature has also shown convergent characteristics, blurring the boundaries between pure literature and genre literature. Additionally, the inclusive nature of the Korean mystery genre has led to its expansion into a diverse range of cultural content, including films and dramas. The rich exploration of characters' motivations and the realistic reflection of social structures are the biggest draws of K-mystery literature, and it can be said that they are a differentiating point that can evoke new and universal empathy in international readers. The reality of Korean mystery literature. Although mystery and detective fiction still accounts for a small portion of the Korean publishing market, the genre is gradually growing. According to the Publication Industry Promotion Agency of Korea, crime, mystery, and thriller suspense have been on a steady upward curve in the first half of 2024 in terms of the total number of titles published. While the absolute share is still low, the analysis suggests that the demand for these genres has remained steady amidst the publishing downturn, thanks to their loyal fan bases. Writer Samie also explains that this is because mystery literature has a fixed readership when compared to the shrinking publishing market. As such, the Korean mystery genre has been steadily supported by a small group of enthusiasts, and in recent years, the audience has been slowly expanding. Translated works remain a strong influence in the Korean mystery market, indeed. For years, Japanese authors such as Higashino Kigo and Miyabi Miyuki, as well as Western classics by writers like Agatha Christie and Arthur Conan Doyle, have dominated the mystery genre, maintaining their bestseller positions. Recently, however, things have started to change. As readers' tastes diversify and interest in K-content grows, a trend toward greater trust and familiarity with Korean mystery literature is emerging. In order for the development of Korean mystery literature to continue to progress, it is essential that specialized mystery publishing and mystery magazines are firmly established. Mysteria, a mystery MOOC published by Elixir of Munakdongne Publishing in 2015, and Quarterly Mystery, which has been published since 2002, have been supported by enthusiastic readers. In particular, Quarterly Mystery focuses on discovering new talents in every issue, with the goal of expanding the base of Korean mystery literature. With these publications, online mystery cafes, blogs, and social media accounts have become voluntary promotional outlets, although few in number, where reviews and recommendations are actively made. Among younger readers, a small book club culture has also emerged, where they read and discuss Korean mysteries. These movements demonstrate that Korean mystery literature has a strong grassroots, reader-driven support base, which is a reason to look forward to expanding its horizons through challenging genre branding. However, there are still not many literary awards or specialized contests for the mystery genre in Korea. Aside from the Korea Mystery Writers Association's Korea Mystery Literature Award and the Golden Pen Award, which were established in the 1980s, some publishers have held contests, but the only regularly organized award for new writers is Quarterly Mystery's New Writer Award. This means that the pathway for emerging writers remains limited, and there are few opportunities to expand the reach of the mystery genre through literary awards. It has been pointed out that in order to develop the mystery genre, it is necessary to discover new writers, make long-term investments by publishers, and revitalize genre criticism. Overall, improved awareness and institutional support for genre literature will help to revitalize the creative ecosystem of Korean mystery literature. The one and the many K-mystery writers. Korean mystery literature is definitely not as widely recognized as SF, nor has it produced star authors like Kim Choi-up. However, it is interesting to note that Korean mystery fiction shows a wide spectrum of different orientations and authors rather than sharing a common thematic consciousness. This is because even within the common field of mystery, each writer utilizes their strengths to develop distinctive subgenres. In this article, I would like to introduce Korean mystery writers who have recently distinguished themselves in their respective subgenres, ranging from social mysteries, historical and social mysteries, hard-boiled mysteries, authentic mysteries, and rural mysteries. Kim Se-wa Tao, the Grand Prix winner of the 2024 Korea Mystery Literature Award, is an authentic social mystery that exposes the absurdities of Korean society through the tragedy of Dao. An international student from Vietnam, Kim Se-wa A former journalist draws on her 30 years of reporting experience to expose the structural problems of the international student system and the corruption that pervades society. The story takes the form of a hard-boiled investigative drama, focusing on uncovering uncomfortable truths about Korean society through the process of unraveling the truth behind the serial disappearances of international students. The investigation process goes beyond simply finding the culprit to expose deep-seated social issues, such as the structural corruption surrounding universities, communities, and foreign workers, as well as the exclusivity of Korean society and its discriminatory attitude toward foreigners. Also worth noting are the novels by Ko-Eun, who won the Golden Pen Award in 2024. His first novel, Madame Black Swan, wants to talk about something unpleasant. 1928. Busan is a historical mystery set in Busan in 1928 during the Japanese occupation of Korea. A serialized full-length novel about the mystery of Madame Black Swan, who suffers from the after-effects of a fatal burn, and the helpers who care for her. It covers a series of events that take place in the exotic atmosphere of the modern city of Busan, and the author presents an authentic mystery drama that captures the social phenomenon of the time and local characteristics. Meanwhile, May You Deprave in Peace is a unique serialized short story collection featuring demons, which interprets the dilemma of the individual who gives up being human in historical moments with a supernatural setting and the grammar of mystery. It is characteristic of Ko-Eun works, in which the lives of individuals swept away by the larger currents of history are themselves the subject of mystery. Kim Young-min's hard-boiled mystery, Murder in the Oceanographic Tower, has all the energy you would expect from the genre. The book follows a series of locked-room murders in the Oceanographic Tower, a marine research structure in the middle of the East Sea. It is a work that boldly pushes in this particular direction in Korean mystery literature, where hard-boiled mysteries are especially exceptional. It skillfully utilizes timely themes and the unique grammar of hard-boiled mysteries. The story begins when an oceanographic tower, built in preparation for rising sea levels due to global warming, is isolated by a storm, and a series of murders occur among the characters gathered there. The tension of the closed circle mystery is heightened by the special setting, which is cut off from the outside world, and the author, a physics major, incorporates sophisticated tricks and scientific elements into a hard-boiled mystery. While there was a long period of time when mystery was considered a masculine genre in Korea, the recent rise of female mystery writers, such as Seo, who has long been at the forefront of Korean mystery literature, is also noteworthy. The novels of Baek So-hye, who won the Golden Pen Award in 2023 for her short story Son of the Haenyeo, and Song Shiu, Tong Haeyeon, Hong Sunju, Lee Eun-young, and Han Se-ma, of the Miss Marple Club, a group of female writers who have collaborated on anthologies, such as The Night of Destroyers, which tells the story of female villains, and Insane Bee, which depicts strange and insane people, deserve continued attention. It is also worth noting that beyond the boundaries of mystery, there are also works that mix genres, such as SF mysteries and horror thrillers, that are expanding our understanding of mystery. The potential for and challenges of mystery literature. In the future, the appeal and distinctiveness of K-mysteries are likely to be characterized by two main aspects. First, cultural uniqueness. Korean mysteries have a unique cultural background where East and West intersect, offering a multi-layered experience of modern history that can deliver fresh setups and sentiments to the already saturated Western crime fiction market. For example, East Asian storytelling that depicts human beings in a gray area without clear poetic justice, or the irony of crime in a Confucian culture that values family and community, are colors that are not easily seen in works from other countries. Second, universal relatability and narrative completeness. As Korean authors set their narratives against the backdrop of global issues such as economic growth, urbanization, and generational conflict, they explore human nature and social issues that readers worldwide can relate to, regardless of their different cultural backgrounds. This enhances the universal appeal of the work, and the intricate plots and suspenseful storytelling techniques characteristic of mystery novels are already well established among Western readers. In other words, the combination of local details and global story can play to the strengths of K-mysteries. Of course, there are many challenges to solve. To begin with, it is essential to continue discovering new talents and supplying quality content. As the works introduced overseas have been skewed toward a few notable authors, efforts should be made to showcase Korean mysteries with diverse voices. It is encouraging to see new talents tackling new subgenres such as cozy mysteries, historical mysteries, and hard-boiled mysteries. Their growth requires investment from publishers and the expansion of debut channels such as the new Dagger Award presented by Quarterly Mystery. Improving Korean awareness of the genre is also urgent, partly because the genre needs to grow in order to produce quality works, but also because of the role of critics, who can help Korean readers better understand and derive more meaning from mystery literature. It is essential to encourage writers and critics to be more generous with the genre, and to help readers discover meaning in the works, thereby increasing their trust in Korean mysteries. There is still a need to improve the quality of Korean mysteries, and at the same time, there is a call for genre criticism that specializes in mysteries to help guide and make meaning out of them. Given the scarcity of critics and critical books specializing in mysteries in Korea, the development of Korean mystery literature will be a process that requires a complex partnership among novelists, critics, readers, and the publishing industry, as well as constant communication and discourse.
K-Book Trends offers Korea's highly informative publishing content to those in the global publishing industry. This is just one of many. See more on our website. Visit www.kbooktrends.com.